Bible in Proverbs, it says, as a man thinketh, so he shall be. As you think, that's what you're going to be. Now, St. Paul puts it a little bit different way, but he's saying the same thing. He says, whatever you sow, you'll reap. So if you plant a seed of corn, you're not going to get a cucumber to sprout out. And here's where the light is at the end of the tunnel. It's written in Romans. It says, you can be transformed. What's the rest of it? By the renewal of your mind. The renewal of your mind. Getting rid of some of that stinking thinking and start putting some more positive stuff in there. The mind has the power to bring things into reality. It becomes your self-fulfilled prophecy. And now, you know, some of you may have said, oh yeah, that sounds good what Dr. Bauer says, you know, but, you know, is that really true? Well, that's why I brought along with me my friend and protege, because he has a positive attitude. His family has a positive attitude. And they constantly live on positive thinking. So I would like to introduce to you now my friend, my protege, Casey Schallenberg. All right, I mean, you can't go wrong with all these beautiful women out there. I love you, man. Okay, let's see this.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? Hey. I gotta say, thank you for letting me talk to you here today. I'm here as a young child to carry out God's will, but I stepped in as cerebral palsy. I want to share my story, send my message to as many people as I possibly can to never give up, and about how important it is to have a positive attitude. I want to help people believe in prayers, healing, miracles, and God's love. I have a couple of miracles in my life I want to tell you guys about. My first miracle, well, it was surviving a very premature birth. I was born 13 weeks early. Because my lungs weren't fully developed yet, I didn't get enough oxygen to my brain. That was the result of making me get that condition called cerebral palsy. But obviously I survived. And believe me, I'm very happy to be here and to have such a wonderful life. Well, I was a twin, but God had a special plan for my baby sister in heaven. Her name is Kelsey. I believe my sister watches over me, and I talk to her every day. Kelsey is my guardian angel. I thank God and Kelsey has led my parents to great determination, dedication, and many other great things when it comes to taking care of me. My parents taught me, listen to this, guys, life don't have to be perfect to be wonderful. They taught me to pray and believe in miracles. My parents taught me, well, develop a great attitude. You stop at nothing. Keep moving forward. I can do anything attitude. Remember, when you pray, nothing seems to happen. Prayer is as simple as planting a seed in the soil. For weeks and months, you may see nothing, but a lot's happening underground. Keep on trusting God, because one day, you'll see the answer to your prayers. Just as one day, you'll see that plant grow. For many years, I couldn't walk or stand at all. It hurt to try to stand on my feet. It really hurt, guys. I could not straighten my legs, and I used to need a wheelchair all that time. My parents and I prayed and prayed for many years that one day I would walk. Our prayers were answered almost 4 years ago when I was 9, guys. Well, this miracle, it took a long time. Trust me on this one, a lot longer than a plant growing. But lots of things going on, like the seed in the ground. God was leading my parents to find the best alternative therapy and the least invasive surgery across the country. I was working hard and gaining strength for 9 years. God knew and I would be ready to walk. So that's when he answered our prayers. I'd like everybody just to imagine this for a moment. Can you imagine this? Being in a wheelchair for 9 years and then being able to walk? Well, when I was first born, doctors told my parents I wouldn't walk at all. Well, they were wrong on that one. They told my parents to just take me home and love me, and not to expect so much from me. My parents refused to believe that I would never walk or talk. Well, I can walk now. And I'm doing speaking engagements at churches, schools, groups, and organizations with professional public speaker in Auburn, Dr. Lewis Bauer. When I was not quite the age of 2 years old, get this, I was booted out of speech therapy. I got really good, so good. Well, I told the therapist that her legs were sticky, probably. So, you see everybody? The doctors were wrong. And no offense if there are any doctors here. I just have one thing to say to those silly doctors that said I would never walk or talk. Nah, 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 nah. I had a doctor tell me something silly about a song called These Boots Are Made for Walking. Have any of you here heard that song? There's a couple of you. The doctor referred to the song These Boots Are Made for Walking. And then, get this, he said my legs weren't made for walking. That really offended my heart. I mean, really. Back then, the song, I've never even heard of it. I was more offended that he referred to a song, obviously before my time. The part about my legs, that didn't bother me, because I told myself, I've come this far, and I'm not going to stop. I've since heard the song, by the way. My mom sometimes sings it to me while I'm walking or doing my exercise. I don't think it's a very good song, but then again, it could be one of my mom's singers, maybe. Right, Mom? I want people to know, you should never give up faith. Some people lose faith when things get hard. And I'm here to restore that faith by telling you what God's done for me. If you believe in the Lord, He'll be there for you, and He'll answer your prayer. I know this because He answered my prayer, and I experienced my walking miracle. It also takes a good attitude and the urge to want to help yourself. I want to tell you a fable that I read while doing my homeschool work. It's called Hercules and the Wagoner. It's about a farmer driving his wagon along a miry country road. After a heavy rain, the wheels of the wagon sank into a rut. Well, he cursed at it. Then he called loudly to Hercules to come to his aid. Hercules asked the farmer if he thought he could just move the wagon by looking and whining about it. Hercules, well, he wouldn't help the farmer unless he made some effort to help himself. Hercules told the farmer to put his shoulder on the wagon and urge on the horses to pull. Well, the farmer did just that. Then he was riding along in great content. So the fable tells us, we have to help ourselves. Heaven helps those who help themselves. My parents always taught me to help myself and work hard for what I wanted. They always tried to instill positive thoughts into my mind and to have a great determination, great attitude, and faith. I feel very blessed. And I thank God every single day for giving me the meaning and goodness of life and for filling it with such a wonderful family and wonderful friends. I know I'll make some new friends here today. I know God has a special plan for me, but everybody, you may have not realized this. Every one of you, God has something in store for too. Before power to make a difference in the lives of others. As nurses, you all have a wonderful opportunity to touch a lot of people and have an impact on their lives. One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking up something and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "What are you doing?" The boy said, "I'm throwing a starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is going out. Well, if he doesn't throw them back, he'll certainly die." The man said, "Son, do you realize there are miles and miles and miles of beach and thousands of starfish? Why are you doing this? You're not going to make a difference because there are so many." Then the boy bent down, picking up another starfish and throwing it back into the surf. Then smiling at the man, he said, "I made a difference to that." Just like the little boy in the story, I want to be a star thrower, and I want to make a difference. That's why I'm here today. I hope I touched at least one of you, and my story helps you touch your patients also. And always keep this in mind. Each and every one of you in this room are star throwers. In closing, I would like to remind everyone of what it says in Isaiah chapter 11, verse 6. It says, "A little child shall lead them." So please remember, this child is a God message to you. Don't you ever give up. Have a positive attitude. Believe in prayers, healing, miracles, and God's love. And all of you out there, be star throwers. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed listening to my story. And may God bless you and your patience.
Pick up one of these handouts as you're going out, and I have some CDs there. I also have my book, which is Journey to Inner Healing, Understanding the Mind-Body-Spirit Connection. And that goes into a lot more detail than we covered here today. It has a lot of case client histories and tying in the mind, body, and the spirit, and how they're all connected to one. If one is out of balance, it's going to affect the other two. So thank you all again for having me. Sorry. Well, yeah, I guess we got to have to find well, I guess,
Yeah, Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon, yeah.
Squeeze back.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Put this on here. Maybe somebody would want to stay to look at it and just see. Thank you so much. I did it. I did something, huh? I don't know what I did. Where's the ball?
Yeah, I needed it.
Oh, good, thank you. So much to share. I have maybe about 15 everything just ties into him, you know. And so, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it here. And then your next class, while stuff is still fresh in